A very good afternoon to you, and welcome to the Siowon Hills and right here at the Siowon Valley Country Club. We are coming at you live with day two of the DAEBO hausD Championship, or round two. Well, it's a par 72, 5,996 meters to cover, 54 hole stroke play. We pretty much finished off with our first 18 yesterday. So it's going to be a very interesting battle because we had so many rise to the top, including Lee Shu-ying, who actually had a very, very good showing. She sits currently in third with 7 under, Bai So-yun with 8 under in second, and Seo Yoo-jun has assumed the top spot on the leaderboard with 9 under. Mara Som and Song Yoo-na remain in tied fourth. Song Yoo-na was also very prolific in her efforts. Park Yun-kyung, Lee Chae-yoon, are just behind that. Hwang Yun-min has also done really well. She's through hole 10. She's at 5 under now, along with Hong Chun-min, who's through hole 9 and at 5 under. Kim Gyu-bin, who pretty much led the way, is now in tied 6th. So she was at the top yesterday till Lee Shu-ying took over. So interesting battle here for us today. Remember, this is the last KLPGA event in the 2025 calendar. We do have, the individual remix championships that come up later, but this is really where it all ends. So tomorrow will be the last and final day of the competitive battle in the KLPGA 2025 for who will be queen of the tour. Right now, it's time to get back to the action. And as, Kim Soo-ji gets ready at the other end. You do have Lee Shu-ying, who goes in with the first, with her effort. She's back with those red ribbons, needed to come out of that slope. Don't forget that she recently, won her first KLPGA in her debut year. Her first KLPGA title, and that's quite something to talk about. Song Yoo-na will aim for birdie on hole number 9. She's currently carrying a 6 under. And that's well done. She moves up to a 7 and into tied third, along with Lee Shu-ying. Song Yoo-na has been very, very impressive, since yesterday. And if she can keep that form and that consistency today, it will speak volumes about what she can do. Moon Jong-min, last year's winner. She's on to hole 12, aims for birdie. And that's well played, so she's up to a 5 under. Remember, she had a hole-in-one yesterday. What a joy that was. Probably that's going to be the shot of the tournament unless someone gets another hole-in-one. Hwang Yoo-min, her third effort on hole 11. This will be the approach shot. She's moved up to a 5 under. And, that's absolutely stunning. That is placement from one of the most talented golfers on the circuit. Absolutely stunning placement. Meanwhile, elsewhere on the course, Bai So-yun aiming for birdie on hole 8. Remember, she has done extremely well in this tournament. She's currently in second. Now that ball, afraid of the dark, there's no doubt about it, needs a little bit of coaxing, and she'll just clean it up to, keep her spot intact. She could have moved up to tied first. I don't think she's going to be too concerned about that. Let's get you a bit on the weather as well, and it's 17 degrees Celsius, partially cloudy skies. Seo Yoo-jun gets ready to tee off for hole number 14. Remember, she is the leader with that 9 underscore. She's had a birdie in the previous round here. Par 3 for the asking. It shouldn't be too tough. Not a bad effort at all. A bit of a distance from the tin cup, but I think the very fact that she's got onto the green will be quite a joy. 17 degrees Celsius, partially cloudy skies, 2.2 miles of wind speed, so no rainfall predicted, so that's a good thing. Let's hope for another pleasant day of golf. Yesterday was absolutely stunning. It was about 19 degrees. Sung Yoo-jin gets ready to aim for birdie on hole number 10. It's a bit of a distance to cover. And just a narrow miss for her. And there are days like that when things won't go your way. Remember, with temperature at 17 degrees, it feels like it's 15 because it's all open air here. There's a lot of greenery. And that's why you see most of the ladies in their pullovers or their long sleeves. It is getting a bit chilly, and normally the last, about, I think 2 or 3 tournaments tend to be a bit like that. Yes, Li Shuying looking to finish on par, and I think that's going to be a bit of a stumbling block for her because she's going to bogey that hole. Kim Woo-jong has got a chance for birdie on hole 12. She always likes to keep her wall stance and grip copybook, and she manages to nail that, so no worries for her for the time being. Well, every golfer's got their own style, and you've got to credit them for that. Yes, Wang Yumin had that absolutely stunning placement onto the green. Let's make that 6 under. Shout of joy there for Wang Yumin. She's had 4 birdies today. It's been a blemish-free performance. 6 holes to go. Xiu Yujin aiming for birdie on hole 14. Remember, she's the leader here. We'll have to play it cautiously because it's quite a distance that she's looking at. Now that ball straddled out of bounds for certain, and I think well, thanks to that thanks to the buggy, it slowed down a little bit, but it's going to travel even further. That is one ambitious golf ball. Decided to travel the distance. If things have to go wrong on certain days, they will, and you pretty much know that. I think that expression just said it all, you know, as she glanced at a caddy.
카메라 미리 눌러주세요.
Li Shuying teeing off. She has to be, well, a little bit careful here, just for the simple reason that well, it's an entirely different course, you know, compared to the one that she won on previously. She did very well yesterday, but sometimes, well, things can go your way or not. Yesterday, wind speeds were really down, so it was pretty much, well, quite still in that sense. Kim Min-joo will go on to her third stroke for hole 11. That's her approach shot, 94 meters to cover. Jun Yuri looks to finish on par for hole 18, and well, that's going to be a Cuban for her. I do believe she can still among the due breakers today, and she's had a challenging well, bit of golf, I do believe. Seo Yujin. And she manages to keep that within the navigational beacons as she, well, pretty much keeps an even score for this. By Soyun, remember she had that well, ball that really traveled, and that's beautifully done. What a comeback! What an absolutely stunning comeback to find herself back onto the carpet. Very well done by Soyun. That is a stunning shot, actually. And we've definitely got to get that one into the replays. There's no doubt about it. Absolutely stunning comeback. Meanwhile, here's Lee Shu-ying. It's a second stroke for hole 9. Well, when she did win the tournament, comes across like, you know, the girl next door. But I do love her style. Very flamboyant golfer. Very different attire, especially with the red ribbons in there. And, well, a sign of things to come. One of the youngsters who really has packs in a lot of potential, having won her first event in the debut year. You know, in the KLPGA. Yes, Kim Min-joo. And a birdie on hole 11 will just give her another underscore, and she would be pleased about that. She's been consistent today. Elsewhere on the course, Choi Yu-rim will aim for birdie on hole 13. Had a very, very challenging day yesterday. Kim Soo-ji, third stroke for hole 9. That's going to skip past, well, the tin cup. By Soyun, aiming for birdie on hole 9. Second chance to tie the top. And that's going to be another narrow miss for her. Wang Yumin, chance for a birdie here on hole 12. That's a big distance for her to cover. She's currently on a 6 under. Well, needs to bridge the distance in the best way that she can, and that would have been such a stunning finish. What a close call. What an absolutely close call. Lee Shuying was aiming for a birdie there. She's missed out on that. It's another opportunity gone, and I do believe she will be very, very keen on trying to find, well, just better form, I think, as she goes along. Sung Yoo Jin. It's going to be a third stroke on hole 11. It's well placed by her. By So Yun, looking to finish on par here. That's for hole number 9. That's well played by her. 3 birdies in there, 33 on the out, and an 8 under. Remember, she had a comeback from what was such a tough position to get 2 consecutive birdies. That is some terrific, golf action that we are looking at on the course here today. To turn a disadvantage into an advantage sometimes can be quite a task, and it really requires extreme skill. Bai Suyun really doing well. Lee Shuying has got to finish on par, and I think that's why she's been very careful or cautious about this on hole number 9, because she doesn't want to slip below that 6 under score that she's amassed. And it's well played. So well, keeps it safe. She's in tied 4th with the 6 under. Had a bogey on the 8th and a bogey on the 2nd. Had 2 birdies in there. Remember, she finished yesterday top of the heap with 7 under. Seo Yoo-jin. Second stroke on hole 15, 256 meters to cover. She's still the leader. Sung Yuna, 7 under currently, 138 meters to the hole. This is an approach shot on hole number 10. Gets it onto the carpet area. Wang Yu-min looking to finish on par for hole number 12. Kim Gyu-bin, second stroke on hole 10. It's a good bit of a wallop in that one. It's currently got a 5 under. Lee Jae-yoon aiming for birdie on hole 18. And that's well played by her. She's moved to a 3 over from a 4 over. Bit of joy there with that birdie. And I think those ducks were cheering on for her. Could hear them loud and clear. Here's Moon Jong-min. This is going to be her approach for hole 13, 102 meters to the hole. She's going in with a power wedge. Well struck by her. So very quick catch up on the current leaderboard. Seo Jinston leads the way with a 9 under. She's through hole 14. Bai Soo-yoon in second with 8 under. She's through hole 9. Song Yoon-ah through hole 9 in third with 7 under. Park Yoon-kyung, Kim Woo-jong, Ma Da-som and Lee Soo-young with 6 under and tied 4th. And then Bong Shin-sil is still around. She's with 5 under in tied 8th and joined by Moon Jong-min, Hwang Yoo-min, Kim Min-joo, Kang Ga-yul, Choi Yoon-woo, Hong Jun-min, Lee Si-hee, Kim Gyu-bin. So it is quite a tight battle there at the top. Stay with us, don't go anywhere as we continue with our coverage of the DAEBO hausD Open 2025. This is round 2 and things are beginning to heat up a little bit. We've seen changes upon changes since yesterday and there's a lot more to expect. My name is Glenn Mascarenas and I'm with you right till the end of today and right till the champion lifts the trophy, which will be the last one for the year. Stay with us, don't go anywhere. Sung Yuna aims for birdie on hole number 10. And I do believe it's going to be a bit of a crawl, but it finds its way in. Absolutely beautiful. Just the right amount of push there from Sung Yuna, and she's risen up to a tied second. Had a buzzer in there, but I think those 6 birdies have done her well. She's at 8 under and really beginning to look very, very confident, in this contest. Hong Jin Young too. She's on to her 3rd stroke for hole 15, currently carrying an even score. Beautifully placed by her. Song Yoo-jin aiming for birdie on hole 11. Bai So-yun will tee off for hole number 10. She's currently on an 8 under. Lee Shu-ying will tee off for hole number 10. She's had a birdie in the previous round. It's a chance for her to get back up, to the top. Lee Ga-yong, 3rd stroke for hole number 11. Oh, that ball just turned away at the last minute. She'll keep it with an on-par score here. Lee Shu-ying, her approach shot for hole 10. Well played there by Kim Soo-ji. by Soyun. Second stroke on hole 10. She's going to go with a 6 iron. Hong Junmin aiming for birdie on hole 11. It's been a quiet morning for her, actually. Let's just change that. So 4 birdies in there today and 1 bogey. She's up to a 6 under and a tied 4th ranking. She still has 7 to play for. I always love the way she plays. She just keeps a very, very humble, front. And there we go, Siu Jin. Siu Jin still at the top with 9 under. Song Yun are now tied with Bai Soo in second with 8 under. Park Yun Kyung, Mun Jong Min, Kim Woo Jong, Hong Jun Min, and Ma Da Som with 6 under in tied 4th are joined by Lee Shu Ying, while Bang Shin Sil, Hong Yu Min, Lee Ga Yong, Kim Min Ju, Kang Ga Yul, Lee Si Hee, and Kim Gyu Bin sit right behind. Lee Shu-ying chips that well to get ahead, but she'll need to work a lot harder to find that ball into the tin cup. It's going to take a bit of an effort here. And that's well played. And he's 7 meters to the hole, second stroke on hole 9. By So Yun, third stroke on hole 10. Did get close enough, just needed to get a little bit more of a push on that. Park Hae-jun, third stroke for hole 11. Sung Yun-oh, third stroke for hole 11. Lee Shu-ying going through a few troubles here. Kim Min-joo. Now it's over to, well, one golfer who's been making strides here today, Seo Yoo-jin, aiming for birdie on hole 16. Remember, she's still at that 9 under. Does get it close enough. Lee Shu-ying aiming for bogey on hole 10. Bunks and Sill with a birdie there on hole 9, and that's well played by her. Absolutely marvelous performance. 35 on the out, 32 on the in. She finishes with 6 under here today. Sung Yoo-jin aiming for birdie on hole 12. Bai Se-yoon will tee off for hole 11.
뭐?
번을 이렇게
맞아요.
And that's well done on hole 11 by Park Hae-jun as she nails a birdie.
알겠습니다.
잘 치세요.
Lee Shu-ying tees off for hole number 11. Choi Eun-woo, second stroke for hole 12. Kim Min-joo, well, did not use her copybook putting style. That's well played. Li Shuying does well here. Song Yuna will tee off for hole number 12. And that's well played by her. Xiu Yujin, second stroke for hole 17, still leading the way there. It's 152 meters with her approach. Will be interesting to see how she navigates through this. Not a bad effort at all. Just let's recount a few things here today. One of the first is that this, of course, is the DAEBO hausD Championship, and currently, as we know, sitting at the top of the table, we've got, well, Xiu Yujin, who's done extremely well. We are coming at you live from the Siowon Valley Country Club. This is at, the Siowon Hills, right here in Gwanghwamun and Paju-si, Gyeonggi-do, one of the 10 most beautiful golf courses in Gyeonggi-do. And Lee Dae-yeon gets ready to take her second stroke. Oh, that would have traveled. That certainly would have traveled. Wang Yumin goes next. Sorry, Kim Soo-ji goes next. And that's a third stroke for hole 11. Looking at an approach, 110 meters to cover. She gets it onto the carpet. Fairly decent. That's going to stay plumb put there. Well played. Very well played by Lee Ga-yong. Consecutive birdies on 11 and 12. She moves up to 6 under. Sigh of relief there. She's got 6 more holes to play for. Meanwhile, Bai So Yun, 3rd stroke on hole 11. Well played by her. Hong Jun Min aiming for birdie on hole 12. It's going to be a narrow miss for her. Seo Yujin, still the leader there. It's quite a task to aim for a birdie. Has to chip that up. Well, I'll be really well played by her. Needs to tap that in to keep it to an on par. I don't think it'll be too difficult to clean that up though. Lee Dae-yeon aiming for birdie here. Interesting bit of play from her. And Lee Dae-yeon has done well. 35 on the out, 34 on the in, and a 5 under to boast of. Not a bad finish at all. Bai So Yun needs to get out of the cat box. Needs to avoid, well, a bogey here because she's on 8 under currently. That's well played by her.
Not bad.
Ganga Yul, 2nd stroke on hole 13. 131 meters that she's looking at.
좋아.
Park Hae-jun has had very interesting. She's been a bit quiet, flown under the radar for the last for round 1, but interesting to see what she can come up with. Now here's Lee Shu-ying. Needs to chip that up nice and easy. That's just missed the target. She's on hole 11. Going through the motions here today. Sung Yuna, 2nd stroke for hole 12. Elsewhere on the course, by So Yun looking to finish on par for hole 11. Well, needs to keep this, get it right without, well, any, well, mistake. And that's going to be a bogey for her. Bit unfortunate. Sung Yoo-jin aiming for birdie on hole 13. That's well played. Sung Yoo-jin up to 4 under now. Lee Si-hee will aim for birdie on hole 13. She's at 5 under.
Nice bogey!
Extremely well played. Just what was needed at this point of time. Kim Soo-ji aiming for birdie on hole 11. Nicely done by her. She's at 3 under, had 2 bogeys in the first 9. Finally a birdie, well, to relieve a bit of the pressure. Park Hae-jun aiming for birdie on hole 12. Got 5 under in the bag. Park Hyun-kyung, second stroke for hole number 9. Just going in with the 5. She's got a 5 under. And that's well played by her. Bang onto the surface. So important to get onto the green. Song Yuna aiming for birdie on hole number 12. It's an interesting take here. That's another well played shot. Teeing off for hole 12, it's going to be Well, Lee Shu-ying. It's an interesting contest when you look at it. Remember, this is a par 4 for the asking. We are on to hole 12. And this hole may seem easy, but it has a lot of danger. A wide fairway for short hitters. It's got a landing on the left side of the fairway. Your second shot can be extremely challenging. You've got to aim for the bunker on the right side. And I think that that's what she was trying to do. But you see, she has got it onto the left. And I do believe she would have hit, the beach there. It's a mini beach, but shouldn't be too much of a worry to get out of it. Meanwhile, elsewhere on the course, Seo Yoo-jin, her approach shot for hole 18, 160 meters to the hole. It's been an interesting day for her. Oh, that is beautifully played. And that ball's just going to travel. I don't think there should be too much of difficulty. There's a bit of a descent towards the hole, but I think she should be able to navigate through that. Keep in mind the fact that the Daebo hausD Open, of course, is a 1 billion Korean won event. Currently, that's converted to 696,917.50 US dollars. Very well played there by Seo Yoo-jin. The top prize winner gets 180 million Korean won. That's 123,680 USD. The second place will get 110,000 Korean won, or 75,658 USD. And the third place winner will get 80 million. That's 54,947.50 US dollars. So, Park Hae-jun will aim to finish on par for hole 12. And just a few encouraging words there from her caddy. And that's always a good thing. Meanwhile, Park Hyun-kyung, I rarely see her in slacks. Well, she is in slacks today. We'll aim for birdie on hole number 9. One of my favorites next to Hwang Yun-min. And mainly because of what she brings to the course besides just a golf skill. She entertains those when, the chips are down. She's pretty much the girl next door that you can chat with, and she keeps most of the golfers in high spirits, especially when there's a downpour of rain. It's interesting to watch her today. As I said, it is a bit chilly here today. There's wind speeds moving around. Lee Ga-young onto a second stroke for hole 13. That's an absolutely wonderful approach shot. Wonderfully done by Lee Ga-young. And temperature, of course, is at 17 degrees, but with, a little bit of the winds, it's a bit of a chill in the air. It feels like it's actually 14 or 15 degrees, so quite interesting. That also means it's time for me to go get myself a cup of green tea. And while we do that, of course, let's not forget we do have the current leaderboard standings. And in the leaderboard standings, of course, it really is Seo Yoo-jin who's been making quite a few waves here in round 2 of the Daebo hausD Open. Let's remind you once again that we are coming at you live from the Siowon Valley Country Club. My name is Glenn Mascarenhas, and I'm going to keep you company today and tomorrow as well. And the Siowon Valley Country Club, there's a bit to talk about, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Stay with us. I was just talking about how, daunting this hole number 12 can be. It looks very easy, but if you don't move it to the right, you can land up, hitting the bunker, and that's exactly, I think, what she's done. It's called the threat or the intimidation hole for a reason, because it can be quite a tough hole to play, even though it's only a par 4 for the asking. Lee Shu-ying getting herself out of a spot there. And while we do that, Park Hyun-kyung will aim to finish on par for hole number 9. And that's well played by her. Very well played. by Soyun. Let's get us, and well, sometimes things might not work. The last time she had such a terrific shot, she came out of it so easy. Well, this time it's just been a little bit difficult for her because she's that ball just ricocheted and well, landed back onto the beach. And that's well played by her. Lee Ga-yong will aim for birdie on hole 13. That's going to be a bit of a challenge for her getting ahead. Moon Jung-min teeing off for hole number 16. And remember, that was the hole-in-one that she got yesterday. That was an absolutely stunning showing. So far, it still remained the shot of the event. And here she is back at the same position. Lightning doesn't strike twice, so it's going to be interesting to see what she can do today. And there'll be expectations. But well, if you play golf, you know that that's not true. So an 8 iron, she's going to go with 150 meters to cover. This was where she was, well, Queen Bee yesterday. She could have actually scored a second one. She could have actually scored a second one here today that actually bounced off the flagstick. That has got to be stunning. How would that happen twice? That is absolutely stunning. That was on course. Absolutely just lipped out. I can't believe that. Moon Jung-min, this has got to be, well, something about hole number 16. Well, she just rules it. 2 days in a row, almost getting that hole in one. She will finish with a birdie, but oh, that's just outstanding. Choi Yun-woo heading for a birdie here on hole number 13, and she does well. Park Hae-jun, second stroke for hole 13. Lee Shu-ying, third stroke on hole 12. Song Yu now, second stroke for hole 13. Kim Soo-ji aims for birdie on hole number 12. Kim Suji does fairly well here. Up next, it's going to be So Yujin. Almost does it for her. Right, so Yun looking to finish on par for hole number 12. It's going to be a bit of a challenge for her here. Well, she's got that finished at least, and I think she'd be happy about it. Yujin finishes on par. She's remained with that 9 under, and she'll finish a day's event with 30 on the out and 35 on the in. It's a decent score. She finishes top of the heap with 9 under, and I think she'll be very pleased about her performance. Meanwhile, here's Park Hae-jun. Aiming for birdie on hole 13. Well played by her. Here's Lee Shu-ying looking to finish on par. And she'll have a smile on her face as long as she can avoid those bogeys. Sung Yoo-jin, second stroke for hole 14.
저도 11살 때부터 계속 치다가
Moon Jung-min aiming for birdie now on hole 16. It's been quite a task for her as well. I do believe she can really, of course, make the difference here. And that's well played by her. So she's at 7 under with that birdie on hole 16. 2 more to play for, and she can do better. Remember, she had that wonderful hole-in-one yesterday and almost a second one today. And as I said, that's going to remain the stroke of the tournament, or the tee-off of the tournament. Song Yu now aiming for birdie on hole 13, and she could assume the top spot here as well. I think just a tad bit impulsive with that play. Bit of a whipper from her. She's done well there. You just wanted to gain a bit of ground there on the fairways. Currently, as it stands, Xiu Yujin still finishes at the top with 9 under and 7 underscores today. Song Yuna and Moon Jongmin follow in second and third, with Lim Hee Jong, Bang Chin Sil, Park Yeol, Kim Bo Jong, and Lee Ga Yong in tied fourth with 6 under, where they, of course, are joined by Choi Yun Woo, Kang Ga Yu, Lee Si Hee, Hong Jun Min, and Bai So Yoon. Let's not forget that Lee Si Yoon has dropped down to that tied 14th. Left to be seen what happens as we progress through the day, but it's certainly building up to be a very, very tough contest now. While Bai So-yun has a lot of reason to cheer, here's the lead on Gyun. We missed seeing her today. She's at 4 under, 19 meters to the hole on hole number 15. And that's well played by her. Here's Park Yeol aiming for birdie on hole number 9. Terrific putt. Absolutely terrific putt from Park Yeol. 34 on the out, 32 on the in. She'll finish with a 7 under. And I think it's been good to see her, back in action. She's been hitting those final rounds in the last couple of events. Kim Soo-ji aiming for birdie on hole number 13. And that ball definitely afraid of the dark here. No doubt about it. Hwang Yu-min will tee off for hole 16. Terrific shot there. Absolutely terrific shot. Lee Shu-ying finished top of the heap yesterday. Has struggled a little bit today. She's at 5 under. Will aim for birdie on hole 13, and that could get her back up there. And she's on to a 6 under. Sigh of relief for her as well. And that says it all. Park Hae-jun will tee off for hole 14. Par 3 for the asking. She's gone in with the 6 iron. A bit loose-ended there, but that let that follow-up swing with the left hand, which means she wasn't entirely in control of the, tee off, but she still got herself onto the carpet.
55초? 60초?
Kochi 1 aiming for birdie there. Very well played. Beautiful placement. And I think she'll be happy about that. Wang Yumin will aim for birdie on hole number 2. Hole number 16, sorry. And that's well played. Beautifully done. Wang Yumin now in tied third with a 7. That's the 6th birdie of the day. She had 1 bogey on the 12th. And she's come very good here now. Choi Rim. She's on hole 18, will aim for birdie. Carrying a 4-under score. Very well played. Shinda in, aiming for birdie on hole 16. Lee Si-hee. It's going to be an approach shot for hole 15. Here's Marasom. Tees off for hole number 16. That's a hole-in-one event. Remember, she's got a 5-under in the bag. She's got it onto the green, but quite a distance. Here's Park Hae-jun, second stroke for hole 14. That ball drawing ever so close. Will just need to up her game a tad bit, I would believe.
이동하지 말아주세요.
Sung Yujin aiming for birdie on hole 15. Remember, she's at a 3 under currently. And that's just slipped out. What a chance to have knocked that in.
나이스.
I do believe that this is a happy hunting ground for Moon Jong-min. She won this event last year, and I'm sure that she'll be very keen on, well, doing that, just that this year. And finishing, of course, behind her was Lee Junhee and Jihan Sol in tied second. And then, of course, there was Kim Soo-ji, Lee Won, and Jung Soo-yeon, who finished in tied fourth. Kim Gyu-bin aiming for birdie on hole number 14. It's been a challenging round 2 for her. Round 1 was definitely much better. And another near miss. I think she understands. Kang Ga-yul aims for birdie on hole number 15. And that's well played. And she should be proud of that. Song Yuna. It's a very good chance here for her to tie at the top. She's on hole 14. Oh, that's an excellent job. And there she goes. 9 under right at the top. So she's tied at the top, and she'll acknowledge that gracefully. Very well done, Song Yuna. And elsewhere, Lee Si-hee aiming for birdie on hole 15. I think it just needed a bit more of a confident push from her. Slightly hesitant there. Meanwhile, Lee Soo-ying gets ready to take or to tee off. And Park Hae-jun and that's a decent enough finish as she keeps it on par for hole 14. Kim Gyu-bin will finish on par there. Overcoming challenges is such a big thing, and I think that smile from her, well, says it all. She has a chat with the caddy. She probably knows, well, how difficult it's been, but to come good is really great. I love those drone shots, as I said even yesterday. It really looks like a flaming forest. Different shades of red, crimson, pink, a bit of yellow in there, a bit of brown, a bit of purple. It's just outstanding. And this is how, well, the entire region turns, as winter approaches. And it will all change. And then, of course, back in the summers, it's absolutely green, most parts of it. I do love this. I do love this very much. And here is Lee Soo-ying. It's a par 3 for the asking on hole 14. She'll have to be, well, a little bit cautious about this, after she's had quite a few events. They call this the eye of the needle. It's a threatening hole, a green surrounded by bunkers on the left and right, and the entry to the green is extremely narrow. If the ball lands near the entrance and bounces correctly, and I think Lee Soo-ying's got it pretty close. If it bounces incorrectly, it could actually roll back into the bunker. So a safe approach is to get it onto the green, and I think that's exactly what Lee Shuing just did.
바로 플레이하겠습니다.
나이스 버디.
Song Yuna tees off for hole 15. She's currently the joint leader. By Soyun will tee off next. She's on a 7 under score. Should be fairly easy with that. Hun Jung-min, second stroke. Kim Soo-ji tees off for hole 14. That's nicely placed by her. Lovely spot of green with the water there, lovely lake. It's just exactly what you would expect. More a pond actually than a lake. And the exodus has grown today. A lot more family, friends and fans have turned up. So it's interesting, well, day for us here. Xiu Yujin still at the top there with 9 under. Song Yuna has tied in with her with 9 under, and Song Yuna has 4 more holes to play for. Park Geol, Hwang Yumin, Bai So-yun all on in tied third with 7 under. Park Geol's finished her day's event as well. And it's interesting because Hwang Yumin still has 2 holes to play for, while Bai So-yun has 5 holes to play for. And then you've got that tied 6th with Lim Hee-jong, who's finished today's event. So has Bong Shin-sil. But Moon Jong-min and Kim Woo-jong have 1 hole each to play for. Opportunity here for Bai So Yoon to reclaim what she lost. Remember, she had a bogey a while back. She's on to hole number 14. 7 under, bit of a distance, but worth the shot. Had to rephrase that. Should have said worth the putt. She can still finish with an on par here. Kim Woo Jong aiming for birdie on hole number 18. And that'll move just a little bit away from the target. Hong Chun Min aiming for birdie on hole 15. And that's well played by her. And she's silently and quietly gone about her day at the office in a very meticulous manner. Kept her focus, kept that consistency as always. Meanwhile, Lee Shuying, who's also finding her feet back on the course. Well, she had a birdie in the previous hole. Will be looking to, well, nail one here on hole 14 as well. She's at 6 under currently. I think just gauged that a bit wrong as far as the turn was concerned. A bit too much of a bend. Got it to move a bit too much to the right. She can still finish with an on par. Here's Moon Jong Min. She aims for birdie on hole 18. And that's well played by her, which means Moon Jong Min is staying on course for the defense of a title which she won last year. 7 under to finish with 35 on the out, 32 on the in. She's had a very active day, a buzzard, a bogey, and a whole lot of birdies, and almost another hole in one. I think she will be the golfer to watch tomorrow on the course, as she will aim to defend the title she won last year. Kim Yoo-bin, second stroke for hole 15.
올라갔어.
나이스!
와. 제 아마추어라며.
학사냐고.
대단하다.
Song Yuna will go with a second stroke. And that's definitely, well, just hit the wild. I think slightly out of bounds. Lee Shuying looking to finish on par for hole number 14. And that's exactly what she does. Gets a good bit of par behind that. Well done, I would say. Hai Jun, well, always does have, you know, that extra special something that she brings to the course every time she steps on it. Meanwhile, you swung your min aiming for birdie. Nicely played. And a big cheer for her because Wang Yumin has done exceptionally well here today. It's been a great outing for her. Song Yu now will go next. Bit of a dribble and that's flown the green. Yun Se Lin aims for birdie on hole 9. And that's well done. So she'll move down to a 1 under or move up to a 1 under. Song Yuna, currently the joint leader, needs to avoid a bogey here, stay in position. Li Shuing to tee off next.
사진 소리 안 나게 해주세요.
Park Hae-jun needs to get off the shoulder of the green, and if she can do that well, she will land up snaring an eagle. It's well, not going to be an easy task. Keep in mind the fact that she has a good bit of distance to cover here. I think she's done fairly well. Gotta credit her for that. I do like her temperament as well. She's one of those very calm golfers. Sung Yoo-jin aiming for birdie here on hole 16. She's had her own challenges, there's no doubt about it. You've got to credit her for what she's done in the event. Sung Yoo-jin. Kim Gyu-bin now will aim for eagle. That's on hole 15. It's never going to be an easy task, but I think the very fact that you can actually, push as hard as you can, that makes the difference. Gimminson 7, looking to finish on par for hole 9, and that's exactly what she does.
대놓고 라이가 어두워서 그런가? 깜짝 놀랐어.
Song Yuna. Well, just missing out on an on par, so that's going to be a bit of an undoing for her. She's going to clear it off with her bogey here. Cho Yun Woo goes next as she tees off for hole 16. And it's well played by her. Nicely done to knock that in. Kim Gyu-bin finishes with the birdie on 15. Sigh of relief for her. She moves up to a 4 under. Lee Shu-ying, second stroke on hole 15. By So Yun goes next. And that's for hole 15. Wang Yu-min. It's going to be a second stroke on hole 18. Oh, that's well played by her. Very, very well played by her. Seo Yujin still at the top of the heap there with a 9 under. Huang Yumin is in a tied second with 8 under, and she's got one more hole to play for. Song Yuna, well, drops to tied second. She still has 3 holes to play for, and I think it's brewing to be a very, very interesting contest here.
이거 뒷바라고 있을 수가 없어요. 저기 앉아서 계셔. 앉아있어. 저기 가래.
Very well played there. And I think she's had a few, well, challenging times here today. And I think it's very interesting to see, well, how she can actually navigate through, most of, well, her challenges. Talking of which, Bai Soo Yoon has had more than one challenge. Chance here for a birdie, once again at a distance. But that should be good enough for her to get back onto, well, that 8 under that she was at for quite a bit of time. And she and Lee Shu-ying, very, very worthy, well, grouping there, if you ask me. Well, a Cuban for her, just a little bit more of a nudge would have done it. She will keep it with an even score, so I don't think she's going to be, well, just a bit of relief for her. Looking to finish on par here for hole 15. Lee Shu-ying. And that's nicely done. Very good finish from Lee Shu-ying. And Kim Soo-ji, well, resting there while she's making an account of her points and the notes as well. Kim Gyu-bin has to overcome a bit of a slope there for a birdie on hole 16. And she's just going to fall short a tad bit. But she will finish on par, so no worries at all. Getting ready to tee off now for hole 16. Remember, it's a hole-in-one event, and that's going to be, well, by So-hyun. Definitely an opportunity here to have, we'll just increase the point score. Up next. Fairly close enough, I would believe. That's well done by Kim Min-joo as she finishes with 34 on the out, 35 on the in, and a 6 under. Always good to finish off with the birdie. Song Yuna will aim for birdie at her end. Hong Jun-min, second stroke for hole 17. Tee off time for that hole-in-one. It's hole 16 that we can see. Li Shuing tees off for hole 16. Park Hai-jun teeing off for hole 17. It's a par 4 for the asking for her. Bai So-yun will tee off next. It's that hole in one, hole 16. Song Yuna will tee off next for hole 17. Hong Jun-min, a birdie on hole 17, could take her to a tied second. Second stroke on hole 18. And that's well played. Wang Yumin currently at the top with 9 under. She finishes her day and she's tied in with Seo Yujin. It's been a terrific performance from her. And then, of course, you've got Song Yun-na, who is in third position. Moon Jong-min, Park Geol, Hong Jun-min, and Bai So-yun sit in tied fourth. It's been an interesting event for us so far. Sung Yuna going through the motions here. It's going to be very important for her to do well. Few trouble times here for young Lee Shuying. Park Hae-jun, second stroke on hole 17.
내려가라. 내려가라.
Sung Yoo-jin, third stroke for hole 18. Sung Yoo-jin finishes with 4 under, 36 on the out, 35 on the in. She had, well, 3 bogeys to contend with, but those birdies were just enough, I think, to uplift her from that position. She should be happy with her performance. And that's well done. A bit of relief there for Bai So-yoon as she gets back up to an 8 under after those consecutive bogeys on 11 and 12, a birdie on 13, and now another birdie, and she's up to 8 under. Park Hae-jun aiming for birdie on hole number 17. Park Hae-jun goes next.
하겠습니다. 이동 멈춰주세요. 핸드폰 미리 눌러주세요.
Bai So-yoon tees off for hole 17. Lee Shuying tees off for hole 17.
샷.
Well, she was going great guns for quite a bit, and I do think that she's just trying to find a feedback, and she just might be able to. But while we talk about that, let's not forget Song Yuna, who's been the golfer in focus, but she did drop to an 8 under from a 9 under, but looking to finish on par here for hole 17, 9.4 meters to the hole. She's got to keep her wits together. Well, gentle enough putt, and it looks like she is going to bogey that, which means she drops another point. And that's well played, just past the destination there. So here we go, Huang Yumin and Seo Jin right at the top of the heap with the 9 under. And they're followed by Bai So Yun, who's in third with 8 under. She's got 2 more holes to play for and a chance to catch up with the top. Lee Dong-gyung, Kim Min-ju, Bong Shin-sil, Kang Ga-yu, Lee Si-hee, Kim Bo-jong, Park Hae-jun and Lee Ga-yong are still very much in the running, to win the contest, because they're going to be back tomorrow. And it is these front runners who really made a big difference. Decent placement from Bai So Yun to get that onto the green. And now a golfer that we missed seeing for a while, Choi Yun Woo, will aim for birdie on hole number 18. Extremely well played to finish off with a 7 under, 34 on the out, 34 on the in, and a birdie to finish off today's event. And that's going to put a smile on anyone's face. Lee Shu Ying will go next. Second stroke on hole 17. Lee Gayong aiming for birdie on hole 18. Beautifully played. Beautifully played. The victory lap for her. 69 in the first round, 68 in the second. She's in tied fourth with a 7 under. And here's another star to look out for tomorrow. Now it's over to Hong Chun Min. Hong Jun Min, a birdie for her here will take her to 8 under, and that's staying on course. Fantastic performance from Hong Jun Min. She does even better. 69 in round 1, 67 in round 2, and an 8 under to finish with. What a fabulous way to end the day. And all these three golfers have done extremely well. 7 under, 7 under, and 8 under. Oh, love the shot of that background blurred out and these leaves in the foreground. And it'll give you a closer view of, the changing colors. Absolutely stunning. So the DAEBO hausD Championship, let's remind you that this is round 2. We are coming at you live from the Sirawon Valley Country Club right here in the Sirawon Hills. 5,996 meters is the total, area. It's a par 72. We're going in, of course, with a 54-hole stroke play. The west course on the out and the south course on the in. It's been a very, very exciting day for us. And there's still more to go with Park Hae-jun going on next. Song Yuna, second stroke on hole 18. And that's well played by her. Kim Gyu-bin, second stroke on hole 18. Outstanding bit of work there. Closer to the destination. And she's done well. Lee Shu Ying will go next. Third stroke on hole 17. By Soyun gauging the situation. By Soyun aiming for birdie on hole number 17. This could be a good opportunity for her. Oh, that's just lipped out. That's painfully lipped out. Sounds here to have, well, just tied in at the top of the leaderboard. Lee Shuying looking to finish on par for hole 17. And this has been a golfer in focus today. Sung Yuna. She aims to birdie on hole 18. If she can finish this, she'll get back up to her 8 under. She was prolific in her performance in the early part of the day. Just kind of faltered towards the end. It's a bit of a distance here. And almost getting to it. She can still finish with an even score. And keep herself in the running for tomorrow. Kim Gubin will aim for birdie for hole number 18. That's a very narrow miss for her. Nicely done by Kim Gubin. She was one of our front runners in the event, Kim Gubin, but just came in with, she had a, well, fair share of challenges, to deal with. It's been a bit slower today than it was yesterday, and that's most of the golfers, of course, will be very, very careful, with the way that they progress, and I think that that's the main reason. Park Hae-jun will aim for birdie on hole number 18. And if she can nail this, she'll finish off with that 7 under. It's well played by her. And tucked in neatly. So here she goes, around 168 to round 270. Not a bad score. She'll still well be resigned to that, but I think it's a fairly decent effort from her. Bai So-yoon looking to finish on par for hole 17. And that should keep her in good stead to try and finish off with a birdie on the last hole. Song Yuna. Fourth stroke on hole 18. So 68 in round 1, 69 in round 2. Not a bad effort at all, and she'll be happy about that because she's finished with 7 under, and there's always a chance for her to be back here tomorrow. She was at the top for a little while on 9 under before she had a few stumbling blocks. Having said that, the exodus continues there. Tomorrow it's going to be a packed house, remember, and we're really hoping for good weather. Let's say nothing to jinx it. And yeah, we're getting to our last few bits of action in round 2 as Lee Shu-ying gets ready to tee off for hole 18. It's a par 4 for the asking, as we can see, and a very tricky hole. This is a very, very tricky hole because you've got hazards on every side and you've got to really plan it. Your approach shot is the most important, but Lee Shu-ying's done well so far.
카메라 버튼 지금 눌러주세요. 플레이하겠습니다.
Bai So-yoon will tee off for hole 18. It's had a birdie in the previous rounds. And that's well played by her. Replay of the action from her. And she's in good spirit. That's a good thing. Up next, Kim Soo-ji. One of those golfers who just stays in the background but turns up for the final rounds. Kim Soo-ji. And Park Yeol has been doing that in the last couple of events as well. Kim Soo-ji, I think, pretty confident with her tee-off, and she too has managed to stay away from the hazards. It will be important to see now how she can navigate, further with the approach shot especially. So now it's going to be a bit of a trudge or a long walk, to your next challenge. As Bai So-hyun, Kim Soo-ji, and Lee Soo-ying will move forward. Be very interesting to see how these young ladies finish off. Oh, those beautiful colors. Just love it. And that's crimson. Absolutely beautiful. Bit of dark pink in there as well. It's almost like an electric pink. Colors of nature, just unbelievable. You look in the distance and you see there's a orange flame, there's a maroon flame. It's just outstanding to watch. This really is a very, very pretty golf course, and I remember in 2016 it was voted one of the 10 most beautiful courses in Gyeonggi-do, and that's I think very aptly done. So the approach shot for our golfers here is they need to get onto the green for hole 18. Oh, that just rhymed, didn't it?
핀으로 굴러 그럼. 해야겠습니다.
Lee Soo-ying, second stroke for hole 18. Don't think she was too thrilled with it, but she'll have to go with the flow here. That's Lee Soo-ying. Kim Soo-ji goes next. 126 meters to the hole. She's going to go with an 8 iron. It'll be interesting to see how she navigates through this, and that's well played by her. Up next, Bai So-hyun. She's going to go with a 9 iron. Second stroke on hole 18. Well played by her. Left to be seen how well our golfers finish now. Lee Shu-ying gauging the situation very clearly. By Soyun just gauging the direction more than anything else. It'll be interesting to see how she will get through this, and I think that's the plan. She wants to make sure that she would have wanted to finish with the birdie here, and I think that's the intent. But the question is whether she can do it. So you're aiming for birdie on hole 18. She's given it a good push there. Decent enough move from her. Lee Shu-ying just gauging the distance, looking to finish here with a birdie. It's going to be very interesting because
네, 알겠습니다. 잠깐 멈춰주세요.
8.2 meters to the hole. She's on a 6 under. She led the way yesterday with 7 under, but today has been filled with challenges. Well, nicely played, but needed just a bit more of a push.
플레이하겠습니다.
Kim Soo-ji aiming for birdie on hole number 18. she's cracked it. Absolute joy for her. She finishes with 4 under. So 2 bogeys and 2 birdies in there. 34 on the in. I think she'll be a happy camper for that. What a joy here. What an absolute joy. By Soyun. Well, she missed out on a birdie there. She's had what she really did, you know, tap at the top of the leaderboard, and then of course, well, bogeyed one. It's been a bit trying for her, but she's going to, well, try and nail this with an on-par finish. And that's going to be a relief for her because she will maintain that 8 under score. And she's done well. 33 on the out, 36 on the in, 2 bogeys and 5 birdies in there. She finishes with 8 under, which means she'll be back tomorrow, you know, to challenge that top spot. Very interesting, well, turn of events here for us, you know, as we get through the last bit. And Lee Shuying, of course, will finish off the day's events before we head into the highlights.
네, 알겠습니다.
And that's pretty much, well, the end of the action for the day before we hit the highlights. Lee Shuying finishing with a 6 under. She's had 3 bogeys in there, you know, along with the 3 birdies, and that's been a bit of an undoing for her. But otherwise, she was in very, very good stead, you know, to perform really well. So Lee Shuying will be back tomorrow, and let's very quickly, well, race to the highlights to find out who, well, really made the difference here today. Right there on the second hole, it was Lee Shuying. She needed to get out of the sandbox. She was at 7 under. And that ball ricocheted for her. It would happen to Bai Soyun as well. And she just couldn't believe it as she hit the banks. Didn't get enough of a lift on it. And then she bogeyed that second hole. And she was just glad to finish it. But that would see her drop down the order. And it was tied first with 6 under for 3 golfers back then. Then on the 8th hole, of course, we were looking at a fantastic performance from, well, Xiu Yujing. And, you know, she really came good with the way that she was performing. And then on the 9th hole, aiming for birdie, once again, Xiu Yujing. And she really went ahead in leaps and bounds. She had, well, 6 birdies and all, you know, in the out. And that would have made such a big difference. Well, on the 3rd hole here, well, Lee Shuying was aiming for birdie. She needed to get back up. And that's exactly what she did. It was a confident effort from her. And, you know, she moved up to a 7 under to take 2nd spot. Then on the 4th hole, Bai Soyun, with her 2nd stroke, needed to also push as well as she could. And that's exactly what she did before she could end with a lovely, well, finish. So on the 5th hole, Bai Soyun was back in action. She had a fantastic placement. It was absolutely stunning from her. Then on the 11th hole, Xiu Yujin once again, you know, really standing out. And, you know, she took the top spot there with that 9 under. Then Bai Soyun needed to get out of her strained spot, and that's where the ball ricocheted for her. Let's not forget, she just before this, she had a fantastic, well, event where she came out of the woods to stay safe and finish with the birdie. It was quite interesting. So this was pretty much her stumbling block on the 16th hole, and this of course was Moon Jung-min once again almost replicating what she did yesterday. She got a hole in one, but right here that ball had a single bounce straight off the, it just lipped out of the hole back again and almost seemed to bounce back. Seo Yoo-jin of course would remain at the top of the heap with that 9 under, almost scored 10, but an on par finish would keep her still at the top of the leaderboard. She will be one of the golfers to watch. Let's not forget Moon Jung-min needed to do well. She was in tied 6th with 6 under. And then she had that absolutely, wonderful bit of placement. Well done by her. And a birdie on the 18th would see her go to 7 under. That's exactly what she did to stay on course for a title defense. Remember, she was the winner in this event last year. Her failing today, of course, was that one buzzard on hole number 3, and then, of course, a bogey in the back 9. Lovely finish there. Hwang Yoo-min also doing extremely well. She moved up to tied, she moved up to 3rd position with that 8 underscore. And then on the 18th hole, she required a birdie if she was to tie at the top. She silently played yesterday, but today she was in great form. Had a blemish-free performance, really. Fantastic placement for the 18th hole, and to finish off on a positive note with a birdie. So she tied with Seo Yoo-jin at the top with that 9 underscore. And if you look at it, there we go. Just one bogey in there. She had about, I think, 8 birdies. On the 16th hole, Bai So-yoon was now in 4th position. Needed a birdie here to get herself back up, and that's exactly what she did to move into tied 3rd. And then on the 18th hole, Hong Jun-min, who was in tied 5th with 7 under. And she had such a beautiful shot. What a chance here to have almost nailed it. And on the 18th hole, she would go on to finish with a birdie and move up to tied 3rd with 8 under. 69 yesterday, 67 today. It was a fabulous performance, very progressive from Hong Jun-min. So that's pretty much, round 2. So Hwang Yoo-min, our star performer today, and a little bit of a dark horse there. She came riding in from behind. She tops it with Seo Yoo-jin on 9 under, the top of the leaderboard. Hong Jun-min and Bai So-yoon in tied 3rd, of course, follow suit. And you've got a whole lot of other golfers who can come to the fore tomorrow. It's going to be a very, very tight contest that'll stream all the way down to tied 10th, where they are with 6 under. And don't forget to join me tomorrow to find out. So from the Seowon Valley Country Club, where we have been coming at you live in this beautiful surrounding of the Seowon Hills. And it's time for me, Glenn, to shut shop and ship out of here in round 2 of the DAEBO hausD Open. I'll join you again tomorrow for the final round to find out who will be queen of this course. So don't forget to join me then. Bye-bye for now.